talk over this, then it won't get picked up by the algorithm. We'll see if this is true or not. So just kind of like unmute your mic and sing along, and let's see if that helps us with our homies at Tokilau. I don't apparently listen to this enough to where it gets answered.
Wait, this allows us to get past the copyright because we're just spamming?
Maybe because it's the audio thing, we'll have our voices over it. So maybe this does something. I don't know.
We're trying it.
We try something.
And eventually, we'll figure it out.
We're really trying to figure out how to monetize this in 2021. So we're figuring it out. I know that they probably won't let us be straight up showing capture panels after this, but yeah, we're gonna do what we do. This is behind baseball. Ain't nobody actually watching yet. I don't feel bad about this one. Oh yeah, this is the part where I do usually go online and say that we're doing something. I should do that.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? We are the Melanated Anime Club. I am, as always, Eric. This is Wes and Matt. Are here.
We're happy to be here on this lovely Sunday.
Ecstatic to be here.
It is a Sunday. It is the last official Shonen Jump release day of 2020.
Okay.
So we
a lot
have
of manga drop today.
A lot of manga drop today. A lot
like
of
everything.
A lot of major arcs have either been wrapped up or about to kick off, depending on what you're reading.
Yes.
It is a great time to be an anime fan, and thank you for joining us. You know what? Let's just jump right into it at the beginning here.
Do it.
Yeah. Soga King in the house. Lulu la la loo. Let me hear y'all make some noise.
Drop on.
Soga King. Hey, we decided to start talking over the music thing, so maybe it helps us bypass copyright laws. If you weren't paying attention earlier, we were trying to figure out how to monetize into 2021. Yeah, dude, this song is the jam.
Right.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
My favorite
Nothing goes
ringtone
harder
of
than
2010.
Soga King's theme song. Like,
oh my God, 2010.
They can't bring him back because they have to make a better song than that. And that's going to be hard to do.
If I don't see Soga King again before this series ends, my heart's gonna be broken.
It should be because we are currently on the precipice of Soga King's return.
All right, so let's just jump straight into this here. We're getting right into the One Piece chapter. Before we do that, I just wanted to show up this. This is the Viz Shonen Jump like cover, and this is one half.
Great.
In 2 weeks, the other half will be here, and
yeah,
I just love it because from what I understand, every Shonen Jump artist got to pick a character from One Piece and make one of their characters and one of like the One Piece characters kind of meet together. And I think this is
and it's in the drawing style.
Of that artist, of that manga artist. And I just think it's
pretty
awesome.
great.
Yo, the Mashal one.
Mashal and Bellamy. I would have not thought Bellamy, but it's great.
I'm
liking that Ace and Dr. Stone right there.
Dude, that one also caught me.
Dude, I'm a big fan over here of Tashigi and Samejima.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't read Build King yet, but Build King, and I forgot what this dude's name is at this point.
I do too, but I forget it. That's great. Like the drawing style fits that guy perfectly.
Yeah. And then even Deku and
Don Krieg.
Don Krieg, yeah, dude, that's great.
Check the
so I just wanted to take a moment and check. Even this one with Shinobu, I don't even know what this anime is.
I don't either, but I want to go read it just to look at it because
exactly all of these. So yeah, I just wanted to give a moment to shout out this one. I thought it was dope. Let me get over
Do
to
you recognize Dr. Chopper?
what? Who?
Do you recognize the Dr. Chopper drawer?
I don't
I'm not
recognize
sure
Dr.
maybe
Chopper or Boa Hancock. I don't understand either of those.
More to
Is
read.
one of these a Gravity Boys?
No. Pretty sure that's a no.
right.
Next week, I guess.
All right, next week. Maybe. I hope not. Let's get into it. Also, low key, just so you know, in the future, we probably won't be just straight up showing panels from the manga because we are trying to monetize this. But yeah, we got it.
We got to figure this out. It's all right.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. So this is the first half of the One Piece cover panel. If you get both of them, it'll make a poster. And I was looking around in LA because there's a lot of like manga import shops, and I was trying to secure me a physical copy of Chapter 99 and Chapter 1000. They don't release them in English. They don't print English versions of Shonen Jump no more. So I'm going to have to like really dig and find some Japanese imports if I really want to do that. But we'll figure it all out. Talk about it maybe later. But this is just dope. I love it. Dr. Chopper with his 1,000. Like I want to get me one of them 1,000 tank tops. That'll be my look for 2021.
You could probably buy that now.
Probably. I could probably just make one.
Yeah, I was going to say, just go make one.
Yeah. But just like this is all wild. We see the skull over here. You can't tell now, but it does have the Roger mustache.
Oh, it does.
And so like there's gonna be
some had Jolly Roger on top.
Exactly. So there's gonna be some fun shit there. I'm very excited. Y'all know how much I love One Piece, and just all this excites me. So let's get into it. This chapter is very different than other chapters. It's like a flashback, but not really.
It was like flashback / setup / reveals. Like it was just a whole bunch going on here.
It's everyone. It's the same style that he's been doing the whole time, but everyone's learning the same story at the same time while we're still pushing 3 separate storylines at the same time. Like this all happened at the exact moment.
And this is like that beautiful thing that Oda loves to do, where I would call it lays breadcrumbs. Like there's just like things that happened, and like I said, over the series of this, I feel like we always kind of will bring up at the end, what happened to this guy, or what's this guy up to, or what's happening, or like you got to remember that this thing has happened or this thing happened. And I feel like this one is like bringing them all together. Like this is making the Odin flashback tie back in with the things we heard in the beginning of this, tie back in with just, well, you're about to see. So
everything.
Open up here, stop Ace, let's go back, and then we just kind of see wheeze, huff in the middle of a fight. Ace yelling, "Who are you? Name yourself." And then the other person yelling, "You go first." Now we know who these are, but they don't know each other. And it's just superb storytelling. So, I'm Ace and I've come here to take Kaido's head. And then, Yamato, Odin, who's just like, my father and his men are an expedition. You won't find a single one of their officers. Ace is like your father. And then like all of Ace's crew. And then this is another question here, is we don't really know what time frame this is. I think later on it kind of helps me think about what time frame this is, and it just makes Ace's story that much more interesting.
A little bit,
because let's just keep reading here. So
they're
kind of running through. These are Ace's crew, and they're all like kind of hanging out with them, and they're looking through, and it's like, surely you've had enough for now. And then Yamato's like, it's not my job to protect this island, but this is my island. And so Ace is just like talking, and then like Ace notices that they got the wrist cuffs on them, and they're just kind of talking and trying to get like the families that have been abducted, because this whole thing is still going on, the Kaido slavery, and they're trying to get the kids back to their families. And then Ace is just like, how can you be this strong and not even be a captain? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And then, Yamato's just like, yo, I'm bored. I'll fight you. Like, I'm sure bored of you.
Like, and I ain't going nowhere.
They do.
This place.
And then I think this is one of those great moments of like, it's just Ace, like Ace fighting Yamato, saying, you can't choose your father. You hate your old man so much, but why do you let him chain your heart? And I just love it, because you know how Ace was big on like, my biological father doesn't mean anything. The father I chose is my father. So just for him to say all this is great.
It hit me right here.
It definitely is like a big reveal, because at this point, do you think he knows that his father is Roger?
I feel like Ace has always known. He just doesn't care.
But this is definitely before he started calling Whitebeard dad.
I think this is before he joins Whitebeard's crew. In my guess,
I agree. Especially giving a little bit tidbit of information that he gives a little bit later.
Yeah, and keep reading it, and I'll tell you why we think that. But
Yep.
yeah, he says you can't choose your father, and this, I mean, obviously becomes something important of his. So kind of going through, and then Yamato's like, you know what, I don't care, and attacks this like effigy statue of Kaido's like dragon, and just clobbers it. And they're like, you can't do that. And she's like, I want to leave too. I want to go out and live free like Odin. And then you just see Ace with the classic Ace like. Yeah, I feel like that's like the catchphrase, like the look of Ace when I think of Ace.
Definitely. Like, let's play.
And then he's like, yeah, you got it. Like, that's the spirit. And then they like drink sake together and frolic and be friends and laugh.
Yep.
And
sharing sake. They become brothers at that moment.
Well, they didn't do the exchanging of the cups. So I don't know if they did like the whole brother thing. It could just be we're drinking sake with our own bottles. It's a different thing for sure. But it does mean that they're comrades and that at the very least they'd have a banquet or whatever together. So
yeah.
We'll throw that out there. And then so after that, they kind of go through, and then she's like, I want to go out. If I get these off, I'm going to go out to C2, you know, and it's like a shame because like we just became friends and we get along. And they're like, what's it like out there? And this is, I thought was really cool too. When Ace is like, well, there's this Cavan guy, something. I guess people are talking about him. I'm on a level of my own, of course, because he's still a rookie. Hear about other guys tearing up things on the sea. Kid in the south, Law in the north, Beiji in the west.
Yep. This is all before they are defined supernovas.
Yeah, and so it's really funny because Cavendish is the generation before, but he is the one that's Luffy's subordinate. Like it's like it's
He's
great.
also the one that Luffy came around and put him out of all the headlines.
Yeah. He hated it.
Yep.
And then, but he was like, you know what? I respect you. You strong as hell.
You gotta respect it when you get smacked in the mouth.
Yeah. And all like, I know this is going to be me going on one of my trademark tangents here.
Let's do it.
But the fact that we're in Wano, they're talking about Cavendish, so that generation of Ace's generation, the one slightly before Luffy's, and we're talking about Luffy's subordinates. And then earlier we revealed that a certain subordinate / fanboy's power seems like it originated from Wano.
True.
Do we think Bartolomeo is going to be making some kind of
appearance?
Are they all going to be? Is the fleet going to be coming through?
Potentially, I'm not sure. Like I thought about it from the beginning when like Big Mom and Kaido joined forces. I'm like, they're going to need some extra firepower. Right. But seeing the way this battle's been going so far, I don't know. I feel like the Grand Fleet coming right now might be just too much.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it is a little early for the Grand Fleet, but to Eric's point, everyone is showing up here. We still haven't gotten any sort of background as to how Drake and Sword is connected.
Yeah. Ooh.
And that's like opening the whole Navy up to it. So you would need a fleet at that point.
And like I said, I genuinely feel like they're not going to bring up a name or something unless they're going to bring it back into the fold or something. You know what I mean?
True. That's just good storytelling.
And like, I believe in the last chapter, someone said like, oh, you're not just fighting like whoever, you're fighting the worst, like the worst generation. Like you're about to fight all of them. They're like, shut up.
Yeah.
So, like that would mean Jewelry Bonnie, Mad Monk Rouge, Gang Beiji. And again, I said this when we finished that goddamn.
There we go.
There we go.
Always, geez, God.
I'm not gonna go into it, but if Gang Beiji gonna come back, he better do something. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was brief.
All right, let's get.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna get there. No, you're not gonna get me back there.
Not gonna get you back to.
Not gonna get me back there. All right,
Getting pissed off at Chiffon.
But at the end of all of it,
finding love.
Ace is just saying the toughest of them all won't be setting sail for a few years yet. My little brother. So this is before Luffy's gone out to sea. I'm pretty sure this is before he's joined the Whitebeard.
So it was like 3 years after Ace left that Luffy left, right?
I believe it was 2, but you could be right.
Yeah.
I feel like 2 years is like just maybe I just assume everything is in a 2-year increments in One Piece.
Right.
But anyway, he goes, my little brother, he's going to be massive. And then Yamato's like, how many times are you going to go on about your brother? And then he goes, as many times as I want. And it's great because it's just like
I'm spitting facts.
Yeah. But just like everyone kind of like bragging on their person, or just like I just like how that's the thing. Like, how many times are you gonna keep talking about him? They're like, oh, they're gonna save the day. I feel like that's what they talked about Odin.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. What did Odin do when he first was like teenager, tween, or whatever before he even started? He took down a huge island monster. What did Luffy do for like his whole upbringing? Just fight monsters on an island.
Yeah, he definitely took off. Like, what is it? The Lord of the Coast. He took care of that when he was like 16.
Right.
Yeah, immediately just take down Sea King.
Yep.
So let's get it. All right, so back over here. So they're going like it's all true, and then like Yamato's like the truth about this is that I broke it, but I said this is a warning to Kaido, and now this is back to her telling the story to Momonosuke and Shinobu, and so he's just like, you never saw Ace, but my father was furious. He never saw Ace in person, and then Momo's like, wait, there's a pirate trying to say, wait, Kaido's your father?
Yeah, wait, father.
This great, this great comedic. It's gonna be fun to see.
Shinobu just doing the Sunichi roll. Kunichi roll out of there. Just I'm gone.
All right, and then it's great because like on the other side of the room, they're like, "Okay, I think I understand everything now. I appreciate your help." And they're like, "Don't come over here and like tell that." And like, "But why would you tell us about this man?" And they kind of break it down that like, you know, this is where they cut away.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he was, and then that's when they cut away, and it's like Otama talking to Nami. I'm sure Usopp's in there somewhere. I hope. Although I just forgot Usopp, which also would be great.
He's changing the Soge King.
He's got to be. He's injured, face broken, need a mask, got to protect it.
Fair.
Oh, check that latest comment.
All right, so they believed in Ace. Going to be the next Kunoichi. That's absolutely what Yamato.
That's all she's been doing. But my question is, we're not there yet. We'll get to it.
So they'll go through and like they believe in Ace. So she's like, I believe in Ace. That's why I've been training to be a Kunoichi. But Big Bro Luffy couldn't give me the bad news so gently. He's got no delicacy. And then he's like, that's what he's like though. But he's like, but Otama, it was very painful for Luffy too. And she's like, what? Why? Wait. Yeah. Well, why? And then they kind of haven't like gone through it yet, but they're gonna keep going because storytelling and pacing. So they cut back to the performance floor. This is where the Ice Oni, all of that craziness that Queen was doing was going on. And they're like, Marco, stop him right now. And Queen's like, I won't let you get away with this. All the Queen's people are like, but he just saved us. Do you? And then the other guy's like, what? Do you want to kill us? Like, right? And then Marco's like, look, I'm not going to go after Kaido at this point. And then he's like, you know, Nico Robin, Bone Man, great name again. Go run to the castle. Like, we'll do it. And then like Marco Phoenix is mine. That's what you know, Queen's saying as he makes his transformation. Marco looks over at Zoro. You ready? Let's go.
Ready? Let's go.
Picks him up. It looks like he picks him up as Zoro launches some kind of sword maneuver and just clears out everything. And then
wait, did he?
I think that was just Marco.
Is that just Marco?
Marco taking off and just like everyone like get off me. Damn. And then he just scoops up Zoro with his talon.
It's a quick Phoenix flap, you know.
Yeah. It's a wild get off me.
So he's carrying one of the Straw Hat guys, like, you know, Odin's like freaking Queen's freaking out. And then Zoro's just like, hey, this is a dope view. And then like it looks like Marco's kind of having another little mini flashback. Please, Pops, no, you idiot. And then we cut to Ace.
To the flashback.
Young Ace flashback.
Black background.
So, you know, you see Marco and he's like, how many times have I told you, Ace? You know who used to be the 2nd division commander before you and why the position was left unfilled for so long?
Ooh.
Now this is great because I don't think we ever did this.
No, this is brand new information.
So Odin, we're all implying that Odin was the 2nd division commander.
Yeah.
And that's what we all kind of
believe. That's been said too.
Yeah. I mean, the next thing Izo's like, you know, we've learned about Lord Odin's death several years after it happened. We considered ongoing to do anything, but we couldn't do anything. Then we have Ace, let me go on my own. I made a promise. And then, you know, Whitebeard, you think you can vanquish the man that Kozuki Odin cannot beat? Don't be so conceited. And he just kind of does his like, knocks him out.
You know.
But this is another thing that's just like, it adds a little bit more depth and flavor. We see a pre-Blackbeard teach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like chilling as a part of the crew and laughing around and saying, I get that you want to take out a big shot commander though, Ace. And you kind of see you got to get the Z-ha-ha-has in for sure.
The seeds, the plant, love it.
Just so in there, and then it's like, shut up, Teach. This isn't Ace. Isn't doing this to hunt down big shots. It's Marco like fighting his honor. And then like Ace is just like, damn it, I can't keep my promise if I don't get stronger. That's just like how heavy a promise that you're bearing on your shoulders is, you know. And then Izo and Marco are both like, you know, if Pops ever gives you the go ahead, we got your back. That
is pretty dope. But also, I just want to call out that Luffy calls Marco pineapple.
Yeah.
And in that screen right there, right before Izo says, "Hey, we only found out about his death. What's he chewing on? Little apple on apple violence over there. Pineapple on pineapple."
You know, it's crazy. Did you remember the fruit that the devil fruit Buggy ate?
Yeah.
It was a pineapple.
Dang.
Buggy is Marco, confirmed. All right. All right. We'll keep going on here. So they're all going in, and we kind of come back through. Like in that case, I bet we can win already. And like, what's your suggestion for what's your basis for suggesting that?
Right.
And I'll kind of laugh, and we cut back to Marco in the middle of this brawl that he's about to get in. He's flying. You see him getting away from the Brontosaurus, but out of nowhere, fucking pterodactyl. Here comes King.
Question.
All just saying,
before we switch over that, is Marco crying? Phoenix
maybe.
tear?
Yeah, single Phoenix tear because he's remembering Ace.
Huh.
It even says drip. So I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a tear.
That's emotional.
That's emotional, but also Phoenix tears are healing. Phoenix tears are healing.
Yeah.
Back to the next page where we get another boss shot of Queen as a Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, so he's just like, you can't get right past us. All the samurai are dead. This battle's over. King's like, and once Kazuki Oden's son's dead, this is really over. And then like Marco's like, no, you think that's happening? You're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. I love how casual Marco is just like, no, that's not going to happen. I know something you don't.
And he's like, you're going up against the new generation now.
Yep. Shut up, you little songbird. Bang, bang, bang. Oh,
that's a gun coming out of his mouth, by the way. That's 2 barrels coming out of his throat.
What? I didn't notice that.
Is that not? Am I wrong on that?
I didn't notice that before.
It's hard to disagree with the way it's drawn, but it's like also what?
He's a.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, man. He's like the tinkerer, right? Like he's always got like.
Yeah, he is. But I have not seen a single person ever in this manga put a gun out their mouth and it's casual. This is unprecedented.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I saw. And then you see like the bullet holes go through Marco, but they get instantly healed because he's a phoenix.
Yeah, well, he's flying flames right now.
Yeah,
he can't be harmed.
And so they cut back over to Otama. What big bro Luffy's Ace's brother? And then you got like the face. He's like, oh, I really touched a sore spot for him. And then Nami's like, hey, don't worry. If you would have said, they would have told you. But more importantly, let's do that plan of yours.
What is this plan?
That's what we're trying to figure out. But at the same time, they cut over to Momonosuke, who's also having the similar revelation. And he goes, so he was Roger's son and Luffy's brother? Is this true?
Yep.
And then we cut over to Yamato, who's still with them. And then she's like, yeah, you're the ones that brought Luffy here, aren't you? Like, yes, indeed. And he's like, of all the pirates, as numerous as the stars in the sky, you happen to meet him.
Yep.
And bring him to this country. That's got to be an act of fate. After all, Luffy's name has the letter D in the middle.
Yes.
And pulls out the journal. There's more information there.
So much information.
So much information. And it's like, it's all about to hit. Like, I just can't wait. Like, it
is
makes
a literal journal going to Laugh Tale.
And we're like, we're going to get the explanation of the D. I don't know if we're going to get it or not.
We have to. It has to be explained. Like,
well, it's going to be explained, but like I'm talking about like right now, are we going to get it? I don't know about that.
Someone with the middle initial D, I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah.
Like, I just so I can, live vicariously through that, even if it's not clear.
Ooh,
so
maybe
that's crazy.
We all 3 of us become D's tomorrow on the 23rd.
All right.
We might.
We might all get extra initials tomorrow. As we ascend.
All right, we'll figure this all out. We'll do this. But anyway, if we ended this chapter right there, I would have been.
That'd have been dope.
Oh man, this is perfect. I can't wait. I'm super hyped. However,
there's still
cut
more.
over to Onigashima floating. Yummy, yummy, my yummy flames. My stomach is so full. I'm recharged. Ha ha ha, mama, mama. So there's no Straw Hats here yet. And then, hey, Kaido, kill as many of them as you want, but leave Nico Robin alive. And
Yep.
just want to show this out here. We got a full-on Zeus. We got a
Mhm.
full-on Prometheus.
Yes.
We got a full-on
Fully charged.
Napoleon. So Big Mom's at full strength again.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
damn. I just got to...
You gotta look at these comics.
Wow.
Save it.
Wow.
Let's save it. Matt, be the bigger man. Save it.
I am. Jeez.
But just that's a little bit of what you should expect come January 3rd for the roast of Matt Kidd. That we'll talk about that later.
Sorry.
Let's get back to here. So leave Nico Robin alone. And then he's like, what, that Three Eyes daughter of yours can't read the ancient writing text yet? And Pudding, I can't wait around forever for that to happen. And then, by the way, where are you going to put this island down? He's like, well, there's a capsule, a flower capital that stands as a symbol of Kazuki. Like, aren't they having a festival? A lot of them are sure going to die. And then Kaido's like, not a problem.
Whatever.
Really, you get slaves again, which is
Yep.
fucked up.
They are fully replaceable. That's really messed up.
And then we're getting the so we're getting the drunk Kaido again. So just
Yeah.
before we head into this, there's about to be a battle where all roads are showing Odin, not Odin, Zoro, someone, Luffy, the whole crew. We don't know who. Someone's about to go up to Kaido and fight
What
him
about
as he's
the
drunk.
Scabbers? They're all just down.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Are they
no,
down?
they
Are
are.
they
We got
dead?
that 2 chapters ago.
Or they're not dead? Did he just leave them behind when he took off with Onigashima?
No, they're on the ground, right? Just like knocked out or dead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
And they're just being floated there.
because Kikunojo's arm fell down the hole, and that's what kind of sparked a lot of people to be like, oh shit, we got to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, so the arms go in then too.
So that's all happening. And then she goes, is the road pony? So your road poneglyph isn't there in that castle? And then Kaido's like, it's too early to be showing your hand. And then Big Mom's like, hey, don't insult me like that. I still think you're a little brother, like my little brother. On that day rocks fell into ruin at God Valley, I gave you the legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me your life. You owe me for life, Kaido. And Kaido says, whatever. You can say whatever you have to say after we get it. And then they go, the One Piece, that is, with their crazy people face. And then they make it official. January 3rd, chapter 1000, new year, new
Officially.
1000.
Officially. We'll get some. I have a feeling we're going to get some New Year's Eve. Wait, no, like that's the 3rd right before that. Anyway, so yeah, never mind.
So I'm going to tell you right now, January 3rd is going to be a big day for the Melanated Anime Club.
Mm-hmm.
Come join us in the morning, this usual time, unless Matt Kidd has some last minute meeting or something that he pulls out. He's the only one that does that. None of the other 2 of us do that. We all make time
Sorry, I have
to make this a
responsibility.
priority. Matt Kidd is, if there's ever a time where we start early or delayed, it is usually Matt Kidd's fault.
Yes.
Wes, I am shocked.
I mean, I'm just looking at the facts.
So back to January 3rd. During the morning, you'll have us do our world famous One Piece review. We'll have some friends on. We're going to make it just like a big celebration of One Piece. We're going to reach out to y'all in the chat. If y'all are in the chat, Roman, you know that you're pretty much invited to anything we invite people on. But we may have to save you because we don't want you to let loose and let it all go. Because in the evening, later on January 3rd, will be the roast of Matt Kidd. And if you're not sure who Matt Kidd is this dude.
Hey, it's me.
So we're going to roast him. You may know him as being the dude who says dumbass shit all the time.
Hey.
Or the dude who likes to talk about penises in anime. He can't remember anime from his time frame from when he was a youth unless it had penises in it. It's just a fact.
Incorrect. I remember Gundam Wing. Incorrect. I remember
That wasn't from your youth. Your college years weren't your youth.
That was before college. Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ronin Warriors.
Ronin Warriors.
High
That
school.
was from your youth.
That was high school. Yeah,
That was high school.
I think. Yeah, I think so. I think that one was ageist. I'm just gonna say it.
And I think that one was more at me. All right. Well, that was our One Piece review. Now it's time for us just to talk about, I guess, other dumb shit.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about The Mandalorian, but these 2 guys haven't watched it yet. And the only thing I'm going to say is it's wild how many people got hype over a Snapchat filter. And I'll leave it at that.
What?
All right.
Well, what about you're not on the show, man?
Okay, so this week it was revealed that Netflix is planning a Yu Yu Hakusho live action show, and I could not be more disgusted.
Yes, you can be.
Yeah,
When
I
I
mean,
see it, I'll be more disgusted than I am now.
Yes.
But
As of right now, you can't be more disgusted. Yeah, there's no reason to do any sort of live action anything for anything.
Yu Yu Hakusho is perfect the way it is. You do not need a live action version of
yeah,
it.
I mean, I watched that last part of that last season. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Like, it didn't have an ending per se, but like,
Yeah, okay. It didn't have the greatest ending. It kind of fell a little flat after the Demon Tournament. I'll give you that. But I still enjoyed that whole ride. No, I'm not going to give it a chance.
yeah, I'll say this: whenever I hear Netflix live action adaptation, I just remember within like a year's time frame, I got really into Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah.
And I read the manga, was like, oh, this is dope. I watched the anime first, was like, this is dope. Watched the manga, saw this was dope. Saw they had made a live action version of Netflix. I gave it a chance. And it was just like, it was wrong. Like, there was just something wrong about it. It can't, it's a hard time to like, it's a hard thing to translate. It's like how there has never been a good Incredible Hulk movie because you can't really translate Hulk into a movie.
Wait, the Norton one was good.
Yeah.
Because of Norton, it wasn't good because of the Hulk.
The other one,
Oh,
I'd say.
fair.
It was a good Bruce Banner movie, but arguably, I don't think the Hulk really worked.
Yeah.
Until the Avengers and everything just became, but it wasn't ever focused on the Hulk. You know what I mean?
Right. I got you.
But I think that there's certain things that don't have to cross mediums.
Yes, I fully agree with that.
Like if they made like a live action show that was like Spirit Detective, but like in a different way, maybe even in that universe, I'd be into it. But just like trying to recreate this wonderful '90s period piece live action now, I don't think it's gonna work.
I don't like the nostalgia
But
aspect.
I will watch it. I will give it a shot, unlike them.
One thing that I think would be great as a live action, I think it would work, given today's shooting styles, is Sakamoto Days. I feel like Sakamoto Days.
That hasn't been around long enough.
It hasn't, but it definitely has. It has legs, and two, it would work perfectly. Small little Japanese shop, old man, random dude, and then random people just get all the time.
No, I agree with you. Now, there is a thing on Netflix where there's a series of like very niche manga that don't become anime, that just go straight to being live action, and it's adapted pretty well. One of my personal favorites is a show called Samurai Gourmet. It's a story about an old man who like retires, but like in his mind, he has the spirit of a samurai. So literally the first episode, and like it's based on the first chapter, is like he deals with retirement, is having a hard time coping until he goes out and grabs like the lunch he never could have. And like literally it's a whole thing about him ordering a beer with his lunch and how his like inner samurai comes out. And so the whole story is about how like he deals with like the stresses of his life, but he just goes out to eat. And like his like big anime like moments are like, should I order this or should I order the ultra deluxe ramen? And he's like, I'm gonna get the deluxe ramen. And it's just like this internal thing that happens. Like if I was a wandering samurai, it's great.
So wait, this is about a samurai who has since retired. And
No, it's about a businessman who's retired.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a businessman that's retired.
Like a salary man, like a 65-year-old salary man.
But he wants to be a samurai?
He has the inner persona of a samurai. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
what happens to the samurai when they go corporate? Got it.
Like
And then
nothing to do with the samurai
Oh.
going corporate. It's
What?
just as he's trying to rediscover who he is. It's like his flashback or like who he imagines himself as like a
feudal
Kurosawa
era
era
samurai.
like film samurai. You know what I mean? So he's like the samurai walks into the bar. He doesn't get what he doesn't want. He just he orders what he wants. Like, or there's like a struggle and like a conflict, and like I'll handle it, and then I'll reward myself like a samurai by eating Italian food with a fork.
Interesting.
It's
Like,
like
I've
it's
seen like a couple episodes and like being very amused by it.
it's a very great get stoned and chill show.
Okay, got it. Now you're being ridiculous. They did that. They tried that twice.
I disagree with you. I think the fact that it is martial arts based is the reason you want to see it stay animated, because
Yeah.
you watch someone actually. Okay, so for example, earthbending, they use the martial art of Hungar, to watch the animated version where it's a lot faster paced and rocks are flying is great. In real life, Hungar is slow as fuck.
Yeah.
And to like watch like and like to like that realistically move rocks, like that's not going to be fun.
And they tried that, and it was so slow, and it was boring.
See?
It took 5 of them to throw one rock.
It took. It took.
I didn't watch it. I never watched it.
I will admit, I saw Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action M. Night Shyamalan version in theaters, and there's actually a video on Facebook of me going on like a 12-minute rant about this, and I actually threatened to slap M. Night in the face if I saw him in the street.
Wow. Okay,
We'll have to find that. We'll have to find out one day.
Hey, if you happen to be watching this and you know where to find that clip, please send it to the Melanated Anime Club.
It's on my Facebook.
I don't want to look.
I'll find it at some point.
I don't want to look.
I don't.
I don't blame you. So, hey, I wanted to talk a moment here, just a little bit about the One Piece chapter.
Yeah.
At the end, they mentioned that Big Mom had given Kaido the legendary fish fruit.
Yes.
A legendary version of the fish fruit.
Legendary version of the fish fruit. Now, I would like to take a moment because we were talking about this when we were chatting earlier about how that makes sense and the legend of the Dragon's Gate. Now, I first learned about this, I think, because there's literally a wrestling promotion called Dragon Gate. And the whole thing is that I didn't know like the details of it, but I first looked into it, and that it comes from an ancient lore where there's a koi that if a koi swims all the way up the Yellow River, all the way upstream, and they cross the point called the Dragon's Gate, they will become the dragon, and they'll become a dragon in their own. So I have a feeling that this is going to have something to do with Kaido, that we've always wondered what his actual power is.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not. Maybe he's the legendary koi who's gone through the Dragon Gate through his own means or whatever he's done. Mm-hmm. And that's how he's able to attain dragon.
That makes sense because there are the gates that you had to go through in order to get to Wano in the first place.
You had to go upstream.
Yeah.
So
those koi take you upstream, but also I think there's gates at the end. So it could be that, hey, I gave you this fish, by the way, go to this country, Wano, and then you become a dragon.
That can make sense. That could be how he ended up in Wano in the first place because he had to.
Yeah. I also wanted to bring this up because I know we got a lot of Pokemon crossover fans here. And then I always wondered this too, but the Magikarp to Gyarados, that evolution, this little fish can't really do anything, but it keeps swimming upstream, and once it gets leveled up, it becomes the dragon.
Yeah. Even though it's kind of height, which is interesting, but that's a whole other thing.
That's one of the cool things about it is almost across all manga, across all things that you find in this, there's a lot of lore that happens, and it's super crazy. Okay. Well, Ramon wants us to do a prediction.
All right. You first.
For 1,000? I don't know.
All right. You first.
Ramon?
No, me. Okay. I can go first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 1,000 comes up. One thing that's definitely happening is everyone reaches the roof. Luffy gets up there. Zoro gets up there. I think that's it from the Straw Hats that get up there. But then also Kid is somehow up there because we haven't seen him in 3-4 chapters, and he's been running with Killer somewhere. So Killer's also going to be up there. So far, we've got 4 supernovas. One more is Law. Law was last seen in the basement looking at the a regular poneglyph, not a road poneglyph. I think he's going to get upstairs as well to ask about said road poneglyph, and then it's going to be supernovas versus the 2 Yonko.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think that's going to happen. Marco's going to head back down. He's probably going to end up fighting King because what he's going to do, he's going to throw Zoro up there and then duke it out with King.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Or it's going to be King versus Zoro. But I have a feeling the way that Marco took those bullets, Zoro's getting the roof, no problem. Also, little tidbit I read on the internet. At 100, we were introduced to Dragon. At 500, we were introduced to Raleigh. 1,000, and with Rocks having just been mentioned again, we're going to get introduced to Zebek in a flashback. in 1000.
Really?
Yep, I'm saying we're going to meet Zebek. It's going to be very brief, and then we're probably going to cut back because there's going to be a little bit more into how Big Mom gave him the fruit. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Rock's Pirates, and we'll see Zebek, and the next thing I know, 8 members.
Yep, forgot Basil Hawkins.
Yeah.
And
Everyone
Drake.
forgets Basil Hawkins
Drake.
and Drake. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
All right. So my prediction for chapter 1000. So I think that what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get. It's gonna start off, I think, with Onigashima landing on the flower capital.
1000.
You think they're going to get there? Okay.
I think we're just gonna get a bunch of craziness that happens there. I think we're gonna get chapter 1000. I think we think that everyone's gonna feel like they're about to get to Kaido, but like right before they do, they come up to something. So I feel like Law and Kid, they're probably gonna run up there, and I think they might run into Rob Lucci. Like CP0 is still around. Honestly, my big spoiler of everything that I think is gonna happen, I think chapter 1000 is when we see Orochi's back. Orochi didn't die like we thought he did. Orochi is alive. Orochi is alive and has now teamed up with CP0 to save his ass. Because remember, CP0 was on the island at one point during all of this. I think that's when that thread's all going to come to an end. I think that's going to be our chapter 1000. That we're going to have the Rocks like misdirect. That we're going to have all this information about Ace, and like it's going to come back and mean something. Don't get me wrong, but like I think Orochi's going to come back up. I think he's going to have CP0. On his side. I think we're going to see just imagine how dope it is. Like Luffy's running up, Luffy runs into Law, Luffy runs into Kid. They're about to get on the rooftop, and right as they're about to, you fucking see a giant leopard pop out. I don't know. I think it's going to be out of nowhere. They keep saying that this is going to be the biggest war. So this is going to make Marineford look small in comparison.
I know.
Yeah,
That's such a big thing to live up to.
But no. So I think by CP9 showing themselves, it gives you the cue to be like, oh shit, CP0's here. Sword is like, oh, we got to activate our shit Indigo. So now Kobe and Kobe's been helping Hancock, and all of them are starting to come through. And then they're like, oh shit, that's on the move. The Grand Fleet's seeing something's going on. So now all of Luffy's crew's coming in.
You think everyone's showing up next chapter?
I mean, not next chapter, but I think the seeds, that start that happen. I feel like the Orochi reveal, Orochi's working with CP0, that would be big enough for it to trigger, Sword has to oh, we have to move now. It's going to be too late if we don't. I feel like that's going to be yo, we got to make this move now. If we don't, we don't. I think Big Mom, if she's going to pull something, it's going to be that moment. Something's going to happen soon. I don't think it's going to all happen in chapter 1000, but I feel like
it's going to start there.
The button that pushes that starts the domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to happen on chapter 1000.
Okay.
Either that or we
go to the level. Howard just talked about, and how there are currently eight members of the Worst Generation Army. The only ones missing are Teach, Bonnie, and Euroj. Everyone else.
And Beige.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4, 5. How many members? 10, 12? I didn't know there was 12.
No, Blackbeard is one of the Worst Generation, but he's not a supernova.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking supernovas, and then there's the Worst Generation that encompasses all of them.
It's supernovas. The only two, the three not there, are Euroj, Bonnie, and Beige.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. That's what I meant to say. However, Euroj has last seen Kaido jumping off a
Sky Island, trying to kill himself.
Right.
And
who knows
where he landed into Apu and all of them.
Julie Bonnet, last we heard of them was during Reverie.
She's at Mary Joie.
Yep. And Capone Beige has been on the cover of Zedric the Entertainer's favorite cover series. But that doesn't mean to say he can't get there, because I'm thinking
if memory is serving correctly, and I'm not mentally blacking out the last 30 fucking chapters.
Right.
I believe they last left Water 7. Is that correct?
They were near there, yes. Because that's where they found Chiffon? No, Lola.
Lola, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they found her in Water 7. Okay.
So we'll have to go back from Water 7, go back under to get back to the new one. So it's going to be a minute.
It's going to be. But
I think they do have a Viewer card, right?
There.
She has Big Mom's Viewer card, so she can find Big Mom. Yeah. So
true. So everyone is there to get that.
Oh, that is a good point.
So everyone has. It's shaping up that everyone has something at stake in here with this, outside of exclusively Orochi. But all he did was see Kaido take a leap. So it's pointing to everyone in the supernovas being there and having some role in this. It's just a question of how.
Yeah, like I can't picture the how.
Right.
I'm struggling with. But if it does happen, I'm gonna be amazed.
I'm gonna be amazed too, because this has to be shaping up to be bigger than. I think even Oda even said that. Like, no, this battle is going to be dwarf Marine Ford.
Yeah,
and we're not even at that point yet. Of like, oh crap, there are like 3 or 4 pirate crews here going at it.
I mean, you still have 2 Yonko like together right now, just ready for all the smoke.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
And then there's the ever-present specter of Blackbeard. Like Blackbeard could pop up.
Yeah,
Blackbeard
could pop up
at the beginning of. Well, no, was it after Reverie? I think it was. Whatever happened with that, he was like, "Oh crap, let's go! Like, let's go get them." Whoever that them person was, they're like, he just got up and left.
Yeah.
So no clue where he's going, but he's going to show up.
And they definitely killed Gecko Moria.
Oh yeah, they definitely killed Gecko Moria and took his fruit.
Yeah, he did.
However they do that, because we still don't know how that should work.
What did they do with the fruit?
I think they use a knife to cut it out of them or something.
I'm not saying how they get it out. I mean, that's still undetermined. Like, it was under a blanket the first time we saw it, but who did we give it to? Because like, what's her name? Yeah. So it's like, who are you giving that to? Because they're getting specific ones for each person.
Yeah, like he's being very strategic with it.
Mm-hmm. It's very
giving his expert assassin, swordsman, ex-jailer, swordsman the invisibility fruit.
Right.
Yeah.
Shiryu, yes.
So
Shiryu of the Rain.
I have though. I'm gonna say it now. I think they're gonna meet at Laugh Tale.
They're gonna meet at. Wait, what was the one before Laugh? There's like, maybe I'm confusing it with the movie. Never mind.
I have a feeling it's going to be the Teach Pirates versus Straw Hats at Laugh Tale after Marine Ford, though.
Right after Blackbeard kills Shanks.
Yes, we'll hear about that first, and so he's going to get revenge.
Oh man, is that when the Soge Kingdom shows up?
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, just imagine like Frankie and Usopp have been working on the Soge Kingdom. Like it's gonna be great. Because he's been tinkering around. Like, could you imagine a full like Soge King battle armor?
He's gonna have to have it the way his face keeps breaking.
Just Frankie's just like, you know what? I'm gonna turn you into a part cyborg.
Right? Yeah. Just your face is gonna become part cyborg. So no need for the mask.
One thing I am kind of disappointed in is that I really was kind of hoping that we would get the Frankie Queen showdown. Like I just think it'd be super funky. Like I just imagine like I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of really cool stuff. Like there's so many layers. Like the whole Queen being like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were Judge's kid." Like there's just so many little things,
little tweaks. Yeah, like everyone has to be up there. So like Queen's gonna be up there, and like we last saw Frankie facing off against Sasaki. I think it was
Sasaki. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just transformed into his Triceratops form. So that's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, and also we get Jinbei versus Soso.
Oh yeah, we saw all the Toby Ropo transform last chapter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Toby Ropo.
All the Toby Ropo.
I forgot about him.
Just completely forgot about that.
Damn, yeah, they have something that they're gonna have to do. Like
there's so much going on. Like
we haven't even seen Jack in a while.
Chads? They're both Chads?
I don't think Frankie's a Chad.
Yeah, Queen is definitely not a Chad.
Yeah, Queen's not a Chad. Frankie, I don't know about that one.
I'm gonna leave that.
Chad's like nipple lights. Is that a Chad thing?
Nipple lights.
I'm just gonna say yes.
Okay.
Just because of who a Chad's based off of.
All right, we're gonna get back to it here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just make sure.
I will never get tired of that bass line.
I won't either.
Yeah, y'all should watch JoJo's. Y'all get that joke.
Eventually.
Just chug. Just get past that first part, and then it's good.
All right,
Okay.
that'll be next for me after, because currently I am.
Whoa. We're gonna save this for our resolutions for next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, we'll save our resolutions for next week.
All right,
That's fair.
that
I
seems
guess.
that seems like a good idea. It's going to be a lot of resolutions then.
Listen, there's not going to be a chapter, so we have to figure out content.
Ooh, we need content. That's a good point.
So,
I'll save
what
it.
up? What up, guys? We are making changes to the Melanated Anime Club as we move forward. If you didn't hear me at the beginning of this episode, we're going to look into monetizing in 2021, which means we'll probably have to like do some stuff about music, maybe not show full friggin' chapters, but we can give you links to read the current chapter for free, so which you can follow along. There are things that we can do. We're just really trying to figure out what we can do to make this profitable. Is that the phrase I'm looking for? Yeah. Make this
At the end of the day, we all just love talking anime.
Yeah.
And
It's a good time.
It's fellowship time. And
It is. At the same
thank you
time,
for everybody in the comments. We appreciate every single one of them, even though sometimes they don't get shown. It's fine.
no, we're not having that segment. We're not having this segment
All right. Once a month, you get 5 minutes once a month.
with pants. With pants.
Yes.
You have to save it with pants. We'll do the no pants. We'll save that for the OnlyFans. Melanated Anime Club OnlyFans coming soon.
Ooh, I like, yeah, that. You know what?
That calendar is coming out. You know.
That make money.
Well, we got to get views first, and that's why we're trying to monetize. So maybe the move is just to quit doing this and just
Just go on OnlyFans.
exclusive OnlyFans content.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Otaku OnlyFans, I love it.
Yeah, you get to chapter 100. I'll show you my One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
no. Yo. Hit yourself. Yo. Oh, that was well earned, sir. Well earned. Oh, that was good. That was well earned.
Oh man. I want to talk about video games again for a minute here. One thing that got me super hyped is Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Yeah.
It is one of the few fighting games that's just like, I don't know. It's great. It's a throwback to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you've heard me talk about it, it's a great game. Not only, it's one of the few games that's like anime licensed that is also a very strong game in its own right. And they've been announcing like the next batch of people that are coming out for the next season pass. And they've announced, this is one of my like personal favorites when they've done like fan polls. This is one that I've usually voted. It's usually been low in the ranking, so it actually surprised me that they announced in February, Dragon Ball Fighters. It's going to be Super Baby Vegeta.
Ooh. Okay.
Baby Vegeta. Now, listen, we can all agree, we can sit here and talk all day. GT was not that great. But I can say
it had moments.
The whole Baby Saga was very much a redeeming factor for me in GT, especially it was very similar to like the Majin Vegeta storyline, but Baby was just like so much more doper, in my opinion.
Baby literally just took control of Vegeta.
Yeah.
That looks
like it wasn't anything like Vegeta's like, oh, I need to get Babidi to unlock my full power so I can fight Kakarot. No, it's just someone just took him over. It was
a virus, yeah. And it's just like fantastic. And I am super hyped for it. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's great.
Storyline of Baby Vegeta is amazing. I just caught myself up because I forgot
that. All right. So you want to ask me this question, and this one is for me. So I'm gonna take
before this.
Okay, hold on.
Did you enjoy your time that you played Cyberpunk? Before you answered that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Let me answer this.
All right, I'm just asking. I didn't know.
No, I didn't return Cyberpunk in for a refund. I've been enjoying the fuck out of it. I am a responsible adult who had reasonable expectations when this game came out. I kind of knew that, hey, this has been in development for 8 years. I have a PS4. I have a base level PS4. I've seen it get upgraded twice since I've owned my PS4. A PS5 has come out. So I knew that, you know what, 8 years ago, whatever promises they made, it's fine. I've played enough video games. I've gone long enough in life to be like, if it's a big, high-functioning video game, it's probably going to have bugs. You know what? I would like to take a moment to remind you of a game called Skyrim. This is a game that is released in 2011. It has been released for literally every single fucking console that's come out. And so many people are like, this is one of the best games of all times. When it came out in November 2011, that game fucking bricked my Xbox 360. It got a red rings of death. It got a circle. And you know what? It was still a fucking great game. Somehow, back then, with that fucking technology, they managed to make this game turn into one of the best fucking games of all time. So CD Projekt Red had a very similar issue when The Witcher 3 came out. None of y'all motherfuckers played The Witcher 2. That was also a great game that came out. But when The Witcher 3 came out, that too was also a buggy game. Now, the main difference between now and 2020 and where we were in 2014 or 2011 is that we're all sitting at home and all of you motherfuckers want your voices to be heard. Now, you guys here for a game. You guys have no idea. Like, you get literally 2 months before this, y'all were all like, Cyberpunk's got delayed again. What a joke. And then they fucking rushed this out to appease everyone on the internet. It comes out as a buggy game, which, surprise, surprise, we all saw coming. But you know what? CD Projekt Red. This isn't EA. This isn't Activision. They're not going to try to improve this by doing some kind of DLC like thing. These guys are coming up with the timeline. This isn't like Marvel the Avengers.
Take
where,
your
that was a
time,
broken
man.
game. That was a fucking broken game. Like, if I wanted a refund for any game I paid for in 2020, it would be the Avengers game. Cyberpunk has a great storyline. Everything that it's putting in is the setting. It's all amazing. It's all fantastic. And if you can't look past, like, maybe it takes a couple seconds for like a character to load, even though in the in-game universe, they have it set up where certain people have facial things where if you look at them, it's not going to show because it's blurry. Like, it's all part of things. Nothing I've ever done has ever been able to let me get the level of depth and experience that I've had in Cyberpunk. Now, mind you, yes, I have hit a couple of the game crashes, but like, I know it's going to crash. So like, I'm not going to spend more than 2 hours at a time playing a video game anyway. So like, I very rarely run into them. I know, cause I played, it feels like the people that are complaining never tried to play PC games when their family didn't have the best PCs. Like, it's the same thing as like when I got Tony Hawk 2 for the PC and I like tried to run it and it ran, but it didn't work that well because my particular configurations weren't the best. But you know what? It was still a great game and I enjoyed playing it. So it's very similar to that. It's just like, what are your expectations? What do you expect? And do you just want to complain because you want to complain? Because I feel like that's where we're at. I feel like it's 2020. People are sitting at home. We're all kind of miserable about whatever thing. We're all looking for things to complain about, especially if you're sitting on social media, because that's just people wanting to complain about everything. Because you know what? There's a lot to complain about. But I've enjoyed Cyberpunk 2077. I was playing it earlier this morning. I've pretty much been playing it every morning. I love the story of V. I love what I'm able to make this character. It's like what Grand Theft Auto, I want Grand Theft Auto to be, with the character choice and the way you build your characters. I've fucking got the samurai sword. I've gotten really good with the samurai sword. For first person samurai stuff, like, this is like the coolest I've ever played it. I love working with the hacks. I think it's all intuitive. I've enjoyed Cyberpunk 2077 for my base level PS4. I have not returned it. I know it's only going to get better as I keep playing. And honestly, my goal is I'm going to finish this playthrough and this story, and then I'm going to wait until I get a PS5 and I'm going to revisit it like a couple of other games that I bought at the tail end of the PS4 life cycle. So that's what I think about Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, it's up to you. Ultimately, it's your money. If you have a computer that can run a better version than your base PS4, then by all means refund it, get it for that better version. But yeah, dude, it's a great game, and like, you're fucking childish if you're complaining. Like, just get the refund and get a better version, or wait till fucking February. That's my rant.
That was like, let the doors of the church open. Let the doors of the church open. We can leave now.
Yeah. You just said everything that needed to be said.
That was a sermon, my guy. Like, you let him have it, and it was nothing but truth bombs.
Look, it's a video game, bro. Like, ultimately,
Right? Yeah. Like I've seen people argue like, oh, I'm only getting 30 frames per second on my computer with a brand new Radeon. Maybe you change your configuration.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your computer's trash.
What? So you what? Oh, you only bought a graphics card and didn't worry about your processor or RAM speed and are complaining about it? Like,
Well, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, you're still using a 10-year-old motherboard? Oh, what did you expect? Like,
What are you doing?
When you mentioned playing a new PC game on your family's computer, like, and not having the specs for it, that really hit my soul. Because I remember when I got Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast for PC way back when, and just like my home computer could not run that to save my life. And I was just like, my money.
Right?
Because they don't let you return those. They don't let you return.
And like I had to wait for the GameCube port to play that game.
Oh God.
I mean, I remember.
You know, I enjoyed the hell out of that GameCube port and like replayed it multiple times because it was that good.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is the kind of thing that's always happened at the end of a console generation. I remember when I had my N64, and then like the PS2 era was starting to happen, and then Tony Hawk 3 came out, and I got the N64 version of Tony Hawk 3. Do you know how bad the N64 version of Tony Hawk 3 is?
No, how bad was it?
It was so bad that they couldn't actually make a version of Tony Hawk 3 for the N64, so they just added new skins to Tony Hawk 2 for the N64.
What?
Because, okay, so what happened that generation cycle was everything was on N64 was on a cartridge, right?
Yeah.
And everything contemporary was on CD. So it was already at a disadvantage when it came to data. When we moved to the next generation, everything moved to DVD, which is already 8 times at the amount, at least the single layer back then, 8 times the amount of a disc. So going from from a DVD to a cartridge that was already at a disadvantage.
No.
That'd take out like there was only like 3 songs that only had like 30-second clips of them. You couldn't like do reverts. You couldn't like combo in. It was awful, especially as someone who had played the PS2 version. It was just like, oh man. So to me, it's like, yeah, this is what I expect. Like, no game. If a 360 game came out at the same time as a 360 as an Xbox game, it's not going to be as good. You know what I mean? The 360 one's the way to go. And like, you know what? Even like in the PS5 version, the PS5 version hasn't even been released yet. Technically, like that doesn't come out until February. So, like I said, I personally have a goal. I've been doing my weight loss stuff. My goal is I'll hit 225. When I hit 225, I'll start saving up for a PS5. I broke 245 this week, so I'm technically 244 now. So I'm on my way to get it, but I'll get a PS5 and I'm gonna revisit it. I'm gonna replay Yakuza like a dragon. Like that's gonna be so much fun.
They've been saying that every person who buys it now is getting a next generation update next summer.
They said that when they announced it. Like
exactly. It's like you're getting an update later. Like there's going to be a 10 gigabyte download in your future. Just deal with it.
And even for the current base console generation, they have a roadmap. They just released like 1.5, which I think gets rid of some of like the epilepsy stuff. And honestly, I feel like it just quick saves more often. Like it just auto saves all the time now, which is great. But like again, if you've ever played like a game where you had the risk of a corrupted memory drive, like you save often. You save before any kind of major event. You save after any kind of major event. And if you think about saving, you can do it.
And if you just have gamer anxiety in general, you're going to be doing that anyway.
Yeah. So
I mean, what we're coming to is like people that are complaining are entitled non-gamers.
No. You know what? Like I say this, you're allowed to not be happy with this. Like if you're complaining about it, I completely get it. But just remember, this is a game where you can make robot penises and you go around and shoot things. Like this isn't something you should take super seriously.
No.
This is a video game. Mind you, I get it. $60 is hard to come by nowadays. But like
robot penises?
Yeah, there's literally. I don't want to go about too much for you.
I'm just saying, you said it, man.
But it's a thing in the game. I didn't make it up.
You didn't make it up, but I'm just saying you did say robot penises.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in there. There's robot vaginas too. If you want to play that route.
Ooh, nice.
So, but yeah, it's a game, man. It's a game. It's a fun game. I recommend you play it.
Yeah. I recommended everyone who complained to read a book.
Or you know what? Make some friends and go play CyberPunk 2020.
Even that's probably makes the game even more enjoyable. You're not actually watching textures load.
Yeah, it's the old pen and paper game. It's great. I've actually never played it. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should get a melanated group and like
I've always wanted to DM.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right, that's something we might be working on in 2021. Put your shit in the.
I would love to do a campaign because I love Afrofuturism.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's
We'll
do
figure
it.
this out. Cool. So yeah, I think that's about. You got any other news? Is there something I forgot about the news this week?
I don't remember much about the news because I was just listening to the subtle fart.
Oh, actually, you know what? Okay, I got it. I remember what I was going to bring up here. So Matt, you got Pirate Warriors 4, right?
What?
Oh,
the
yeah.
video game Pirate Warriors 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I know you didn't really care for it because it gets really repetitive. But they
can be.
just released DLC for it, the Wano pack.
The
And it's a
Wano
big
pack?
deal. Yeah, so they have Kinemon,
Nice.
they have Kikunojo, but
Nice.
the big deal
Okay.
is playable. And if I'm not mistaken, the first time voice acted, the first time we've seen a move set for Kazuki Odin.
Ooh. Okay.
So my question is, have you played this yet?
No, I've not. I only just found out about the DLC because I have a PS4 Slim that's only 500 gigabytes, I think. So I'm out of space. And I now need to go download that. Thank you.
Just give it a shot. And also, just in case, if you didn't know this, if you have any kind of external hard drive, you can hook it up to your.
Oh, no. That's for purchase.
Cool. All right.
Okay,
Cool.
Terrible.
And looks like we do have a request here for an update.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm still playing Pokemon Dark Rising. It's a ROM hack from this person called Dark Rising Girl. That's her moniker online. It came out like over a decade ago, but it's still
okay.
new to me. So I currently have 5 badges, and like all of my Pokemon are in their 80s because this is a grind. It's just kind of a grinding hell. Not so much because like it kind of they kind of help you out. Like they give you these items called Lucky Eggs. They give you more experience to level up faster, but you still got to grind a certain amount before each area. And then there's so many like random battles with like these super characters that have like multiple legendaries, and it's just like, why are you doing this to me? And why am I doing this to myself?
Did you grind and then get the third? Well, you said you had 5 badges because you were telling me last that you needed to make that big grind before you got your 3rd badge because that person had like after your 2nd badge, it was like, okay, that's a ridiculous jump.
Yeah, it jumped from the 2nd gym leader had the Pokemon was like maybe like level 35 at the highest, and then it jumped to 55. So like my fourth gym, I had to like battle someone who had like a level 55 psychic Pokemon, and I was like, oh, I don't have anything against this, so let's grind up, learn some new moves, and yeah, I may have to start streaming some of these because it's pretty
You
fun.
should do that.
Yeah.
Good content. Get on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, what else are you going to do? Someone's going to watch you.
Okay, someone's gonna watch.
Right? I'm getting on there later.
Okay.
All right. So dope. You know what I'm gonna do? I think just to kind of like as we kind of get to the tail end of the episode today, I think it's time we hit them with a good old fashioned group puff. So if you got a bowl or a piece or whatever you got, it's time for the group puff. Let's get it. Hey, so all I was thinking, maybe just maybe, for Christmas Day, if anyone's interested, maybe we do like a Melanated Anime Club Jackbox session.
Yeah.
With the fans,
Yeah.
Or Among Us.
or Among Us. Yeah, just we'll keep an update, like the group, follow the group.
Yeah.
Like an update with like a live stream or something to do on Christmas Day itself. It'll be a good time if you want to come hang out with us. If not, you might just watch Wes play Pokemon.
I think
You know, I might start that Twitch channel today. Fuck it.
Ooh,
Right.
also,
do it.
I got to say this with Christmas coming up. Actually, let's do recommendations. Let's get to recommendations as we head out.
Okay.
Okay. I have one. I've been enjoying it thoroughly, and it's going to make no pants wearing pretty happy.
All right,
I've been I've been binge reading Tower of God.
Ah.
This is new solo leveling, my guy.
What'd you say?
Wes.
Don't do this.
I'm sorry, man. You need to know.
Tower of God.
Tower of God. It is another South Korean webtoon.
No, I thought he said Howard the Duck, and I was very confused. But Tower of God. That makes sense.
Wes. It is a distraction in my life.
Oh no.
I am reading through. Don't be happy, Ramon. Don't be happy.
He is super happy right now.
He's super happy. The storyline is compelling and enthralling. When you think you have reached a level of power, someone else comes in and is super more powerful as well. But at the same time, you're nowhere near the top. What the whole concept of the Tower of God is that each person that enters the tower is going up level by level. I don't know how many levels there are. I've seen as high as 193. They are currently on 35 for me. The duplicitousness in this is amazing. And if you love the way Oda handles characters and how they weave together in and out, I would even say even more so if you like My Hero Academia's approach to how characters are weaved in and out.
Okay.
If you want an adult turn on it with a... Can I say my stuff, Ramon? Jeez. I'm the one on the show. God, what are you doing? Great character development. On a par with My Hero Academia, where you have sometimes 2, 3, or 4 main characters. Tower of God, there is definitely one. However, you are attached to every single character in this manga. I knew that answer was coming. God.
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
so I do want to talk a moment. Like, I know we're doing recommendations, but y'all did talk about My Hero Academia, and that did remind me. I did do another big.
You did. I wanted to find out
where you at.
All right. So where I'm at now in My Hero Academia is Endeavor is now officially number 1. We're doing that thing. Endeavor and Hawks are flying around. The first no move battle just happened. Hawks is at all of his wings and shit. Mm-hmm. So essentially everything's split up. And we're kind of what the fuck's going on? What happened? And so Hawks maybe a bad guy, maybe a good guy undercover. We're not entirely sure yet. Todoroki just it was hey, you did good work out there, Dad. But said something else that was just like a stab in the heart. That was fucking dope. But he was
yeah,
as a hero, you're great. As a dad, nah, and just walked off
yeah, I remember that.
He was just
so cold.
And that's where I'm at. So it was.
Oh god, that's so good. Okay, keep reading.
Where season.
Oh no, they fought. What's his name? They didn't fight him per se, but the not the League of Villains. Who's the other the other group?
Tuxedo dude.
No,
but he's the guy who
take your power.
Yeah, he gets larger.
One? You mean the doctor?
Ares brother.
Big nails dude. Pointing.
God.
The Hashigata family or something like that. I forget, man.
You know, he's not. He's a leader of the League of Villains.
Not.
No, the Yakuza, right?
Yeah, the Yakuza. I forget his name.
Overhaul.
No. Yes.
You're talking about Overhaul.
I don't know, man. But it was cool. Whatever I read, it was cool. I'll keep reading it. I'll let you guys know next time. Because you know what? There's going to be 2 weeks of no new anime, so I'm sure I'm going to get some more of that in.
And funny enough, Tower God has an anime on Crunchyroll. I just checked that out. So.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, that only gets you through the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, just see.
It's enough to start out.
You will be jonesing.
Don't do this to me. Oh, we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you, Chisaki.
I said Overhaul.
Yeah, no, it is Overhaul. Yeah, I could remember his name though. It's Chisaki. Mm-hmm. That's where I was at. So let's jump back into this here for recommend. Wes, you got a recommendation?
No, I haven't been doing anything new this week. I've been like rewatching Lord of the Rings and playing Pokemon. That's all. So yeah, watch out for my new Twitch channel. Apparently,
Yeah. Yep.
All right, there we go. You heard it here first.
And finger
All
guns.
right. Finger guns. All right. So for my recommendation is, Christmas is about to come up, and everyone likes to talk about their favorite Christmas movies. And you always hear kind of the same ones: The Grinch, Elf, It's a Wonderful Life. People always say Die Hard. Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case,
I disagree. I feel like Die Hard is just a movie that takes place during Christmas.
Nope.
listen,
It takes place during Christmas, not a Christmas
No,
movie.
without Christmas, that movie doesn't happen.
There's a distinction.
Without
whatever your feeling is if you're of the camp that believes Die Hard is a Christmas movie,
yes.
by that same logic, Yakuza Kiwami, the original Yakuza game, is a Christmas game. So my recommendation is you go and get Yakuza Kiwami. If you have an Xbox Game Pass, if you're one of those Xbox person, I believe it's free on the Game Pass. If you're not, if you're like a PlayStation person, I believe it's $20 on PlayStation, if not cheaper, because it is one of those games on PlayStation, $20 games, because it was one of the greatest hits of them.
Oh, it's a PlayStation Hits, yeah.
PlayStation Hits. And if you have a computer, Steam has it. So
Yeah.
I recommend getting Yakuza Kiwami. It's the remake of the original Yakuza. It's a great entry point because it's literally the entry point to the series. It is a remake of the original. It takes place on Christmas. Kiryu is a man that runs around in a red and white suit. And some could argue he gives gifts to children, but he also whoops that ass.
Is the reason for the plot of the game Christmas? Like the plot of the game would not happen without Christmas.
I don't think so, but I think it's like maybe. I haven't played the original one in a minute, so I don't know if there was like something I can't remember. Like the remake here, the big deal was that like it was on New Year's Day because the guy's birthday was New Year's Day, and like the date of the event that happened to set the chain of events of everything was all on New Year's Day. So it only made sense for it to be on New Year's Day. So like I said, I've played a lot of Yakuza since I played the original one. And maybe I'll start a Twitch channel and I'll just play that. Maybe we all just start Twitch channels.
No, how about we just do the Melanated Anime Club channel and
we just randomly, like, whoever's on there is just streaming something. Okay, that makes sense.
And we play together.
Yeah.
That sounds like something.
We should all stream there. Duh. Okay.
Yeah, we should find a 4-player game.
Yeah. The crux of this is that
we're starting a Twitch. That's the main takeaway. Our recommendation is to join our Twitch.
Right. The crux of this is that for it to be a Christmas movie, Christmas has to be the reason for the movie. Without Christmas, the movie could not happen. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, I respect that. That's logic, and that's your old man wisdom.
Time out.
Yeah.
Does that make the Left Behind series Christmas movies? Because if Christmas didn't happen, there would be no Left Behind series.
I don't even know what the series is.
Okay, never mind. Let's just ignore it. All right, fine.
Let that go.
We'll let it go.
Found Tim LaHaye. What the hell? You read weird stuff, man. That's not even a manga.
No, what? No, of course not. You said if any movie has just. We've been the Melanated Anime Club.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit Matt with this. Yes, Matt, this is for you. You deserve this. All right, but for real, we've been the Melanated Anime Club. It's been a wacky and weird year. This has been one of the best things that I think has come out of it. Thank you guys for watching us. We've definitely made a group of friends. And, you guys are all going to jump on and roast Matt in a couple of weeks anyway. So we wanted to thank y'all. We are going to work on, in 2021, adapting this. We're going to try to establish more of a YouTube presence. So we have like a YouTube space, but we don't have enough subscribers or honestly videos to claim any kind of domain yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on building that. One of the things is I'm starting to be able to strip the audio from all of these. So we're going to take these audios, we're going to cut them down and make some podcasts. We're going to maybe work it, trying to get more fans, more viewers. So if you do enjoy it, invite them and share this with people. Roman, we will give you this thing. It's not going to be next week. We're going to have you debut your 5 minutes on the January 3rd edition. So you'll come on, you'll talk One Piece with us, chapter 1000. We'll give you your 5-minute hot take. We'll do the debut of that. and then you can also use that as a promo for the roast that's happening later on, which you can also use.
That sounds like
your 5-minute hot takes. We'll work out the details, but you'll have 5 minutes once every month. You're not going to have it every week. You're not going to have it once a month. I want Wes and Matt to both sit here and agree on that. Once a month is a perfectly amount of time for that.
Well, we'll see how everybody reacts to it.
Matt's saying it's too much. But
I'm on the fence. It's the whole pants thing.
He'll wear shorts. We'll wear shorts. That's fine.
I need ashy knees covered.
At least lotion them. At least lotion. We can agree on just lotion.
I can settle for lotion. Jergens.
Bring out that cocoa butter.
Yeah, you know what? Just to be safe, get the Vaseline with cocoa butter.
Yep.
You'll be safe.
On the diaspora. Moisturize your knee, Ramon.
All right. So pretty much, we have been the Melanated Anime Club. We hope you've enjoyed this. Watch some anime. Let us know what you like. Let this be more interactive. The show is always more fun when people are in the comments, as you guys can tell. Yeah, we had a good time. Again, we'll be making some changes because honestly, we're just trying to figure out how to make some more money off of this. I don't know about that.
I veto. My vote's no. From now on, no.
We didn't need that comment.
Yeah, I have the ability to kick him off. So worst case scenario.
My hair is beautiful.
All right, we've been the Melanated Anime Club. We've been talking for too long. We should have stopped this about 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes and 7 seconds ago.
Baka mitai kodomo nano ne Yume o otte kizu tsuite Uso ga heta na kuse ni Waraenai egao o miseta I love you ろくに言わない口下手でほんまに不器用なのにどうしてさよならは言えたのダメだねダメよ